Okay, what's on my heart today is something I kind of wanted to go over for quite a while now, but I was just waiting till I've got a lot of experience with it, and that is the Triggercam 2.1. Now it's been about a year, probably a little over a year now, that I've been using this for H.A.R.T. Started in South Africa, where we met the guys, and you can see that on Big Heart Adventures YouTube, or go to bigheartadventures.com. All the videos are there, and see the whole setup when we met the guys from Triggercam in South Africa. But I've been using that ever since, and I wanted to kind of finally do a review on some of my thoughts and just show you exactly how it works, maybe when you would need this or why would want this, and kind of go from there. So I've got two here, and one was the original. These both were given to me, just full disclosure, but I'm just going to be fair on everything for my likes and dislikes. The guys at Triggercam are really good guys. One, they gave us this camera setup, these camera setups, and two, they're just nice people, so I'm sure they'll appreciate a full review, no holds barred. So, Triggercam 2.1 coming out of the box, and this one is a special one, the H.A.R.T edition Triggercam. Excited to use, have not used it yet, waiting for the right time, but it's the same as this one, only orange with the H.A.R.T logo. Pretty cool. But you get the Triggercam 2.1, you get the charger, get a nice little cleaning rag, and kind of a multi-tool that helps you take it on and off, and then remove some of the covers, which I kind of like. The covers you need to remove like that, and they're just the plastic thing you flip up, because those kind of end up wearing out. And then you have these rings, which will you put them on your scope, and they'll fit a lot of different types of scopes. Now, I find, and I'm going to be using this gun today, the Remington 700 Mountain stainless steel that I've been using on most of the H.A.R.T hunts in the U.S. Just because it's super light. It's the Mountain Edition, and I like the way it looks, and it doesn't shoot that well for full harvest, so I use it for H.A.R.T. It shoots good enough cold bore. It needs reworked, but I'm not going to rework it. I'm just going to use it as a H.A.R.T gun, and first shot if I need one, if I need some meat, or in a particular situation, I'm okay, but second shot might be a little high, third shot's going to be a flyer. But anyways, I digress. This gun in the scope doesn't quite fit any of these, so all I had to do was just wrap one or two wraps of electrical tape to make this one snug, and it works. So you can make any scope fit, just carry around a little electrical tape, and all should be well. So how this works is, you put this ring on, and you just kind of got to go through them to see which one fits. You can see they go on, not too bad, and you just get that flush with your scope, and then you loosen up this screw, give some flex there, and you go ahead and slip that on. So on the top, they've got these two covers, and this tool helps take them off. And one cover is your charging port, and the other cover got your charging, and then you got your card that goes in there. That's where that is stored. The other is the feature I really like on this. It has your focus dial. Unlike the Tacticam, this has a little wheel in here that you can turn, and it will focus with your scope. Really key, because With the Tacticam, it was hard to get focused. You had to use, on your scope, you had to kind of focus it that way by pulling it out, pushing it in, tightening it down. This, just push it all the way up and you can turn the wheel and get it focused. So it's a little bit, you got to have this tool or a Leatherman or a penny or something to get them off. But I like it because once it's set, it's really waterproof and rugged. And so you've got your on and off switch here, which you have to hold down. And there's a couple settings which I'll go through, but you can have it to where it starts recording right away. You can have it set to where you have to press record right here, and then you hold down the record button, and that turns your Wi-Fi on. So that's what we're going to do right now. All right, so we go to the app now. We're connected. We go to the app, and you can see, and you just kind of log in by hitting the middle button. And we don't have much juice left, as you can see. And so we're just going to quickly rotate this until we've got it to where we want it to be, up and down, as you can see. And then I'll check it. And then as I set it, that looks better. So I've got that set against that pole. You can see it looks straight up and down to me. Focus looks pretty good. So, I try to do 75 yards or under. So I'll focus that for that. And, the nice thing about it is you can sit in your stand and you can do that with your phone. And then up here in the settings, you've got resolution. I like 1080. Recording volume, you can turn it off, on, if you don't want the shots or whatever. It's got auto low light, undo, we'll talk about that, but that's on. Quick capture, that's off right now. So quick capture would be when you turn on, it immediately starts recording. But I like to just turn it on, have it on, and then hit record when I need to. That way I know that I'm recording for my H.A.R.T shot. Auto sleep is off. Well, that'd be nice. You can turn it on, and then it'll shut off if you haven't used it in a while. So, auto off, white balance, low power alarm. That's on. That's very good because there's not a battery indicator. So you want to though make sure you go through all your power settings on your scope. And make sure you have that focus at all different power settings, because you don't want to zoom in on your scope on a full harvest shot or a H.A.R.T shot just to find out it was blurry. If you go to the last year's bear hunt, that kind of happened to me with that blonde bear. Turn this off. I didn't adjust the focus out to past 100 yards. And that bear was 200 or 300 yards out, and I should have just took the time, adjust the focus so I could get a good look at it. Camera systems on here, really nice to be reviewing what you see in the field. So let's talk about that. When would you use a system like this? There's Triggercam, there's Tacticam, there's ShotCam. You can mount a phone on here, you can mount a GoPro somewhere and record. And it's really nice to have that recording of the shot, whether it's full harvest or H.A.R.T shot. Of course, with the H.A.R.T shot, you're going to need it if you want to know where where your crosshairs were and if you would have gotten the animal. Full harvest, really good if you don't make a good shot. You can analyze that shot. You can analyze if you missed or hit an animal. And it's come in handy on a few hunts to where thought maybe an animal had gotten hit on a full harvest hunt, and come to find out it was a miss just by having a camera mounted. So it's really good. Plus, when you're sightseeing and stuff, really nice to have a visual of what you're doing when you're pulling the trigger. So if you see a shot that's gone high right, let's look at the video and see if you didn't pull it high right, or that the scope needs adjusted, or something else is going on. You can really assess what you're doing from the bench and how your shooting is with these camera systems. And I really like the Triggercam. Well, let's talk about Triggercam specifically, what I like about it. This unit is nice and compact, okay? Easy to slip on, right? Fits your scope. The buttons, 2 buttons. I already talked about the caps here on how watertight, and requires a little bit of effort. You know, if you don't have this with you definitely have a knife or something. You can get these off. It's no big deal. But it's way better for weatherproof and sturdiness. I like that about it. But it's just compact, and the way it's stacked above your scope with this bevel to it really stays out of your way. Okay? And another thing I noticed, it stays on. This thing stays on and stays straight. Once you tighten this, with the Tacticam would sit off to the side. You'd always be bumping it, and never really was that tight to where it wasn't going to move if you did bump it. This, I've had these in scabbards, on the side of a horse, in a UTV. I've dropped it, bouncing around on, riding for 4 or 5 days on a horse, and it was bouncing around, and it fit in the scabbard, and it never moved. And it was raining, snowing, dirt. This thing is as tough as it gets. I really, really like this Triggercam 2.1. What are some things that I find a little bit lacking, maybe, I guess, is when I turn it on, I just wish I could go on. Boom, boom, click it, on. No, I gotta do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's about 3. I always hold it forward to make sure it comes on. And it's really recessed in there, so if I've got gloves on, or the short thumb don't fit in there, and so I got to use this finger to push it. It's really recessed, and I get it. You don't want it to come on since it is on the side, but it's pretty unhandy when something pops up. You just want to click on, click record, and go. I don't like that about it. With the Tacticam, it's a one deal, and it vibrates, tells you it's on, so you don't even have to look at it. You just know. That would be pretty handy on this. If it wasn't recessed and it had a one click on, it would be great. Another thing, no battery indicator, right? So when I turned it on here doing this video, I didn't know how much battery I had till I got connected. You're just not going to connect and do all that stuff while you're out in the field. That prep gets done before you go out in the field. You know it's set. That's the beautiful thing about this. It's set. Once it's set, you don't have to mess with your phone. And because it did take a little while, didn't it, to hook up. It needs a battery indicator that says, hey, you're at half. Is that going to be enough? You bet. Or you're at 2%. Yikes. It'd be really cool if you could see through here and it said 2%. That would be neat. Other than that, video quality, unbelievable. The best. I debated doing a side-by-side comparison of this and that. We know what Tacticams are, we know what shot cams are, we've seen them, we've done. So I don't know if we need to do a comparison, but video quality, this one's got it, definitely. The Triggercam 2.1 has video quality. So when you're done with the hunt, you get the H.A.R.T shot, you've got a full harvest, you want to see it, then you can link back up to the phone and go ahead and download. You can download right from here wirelessly. Wi-Fi, boom, to the phone. You can watch it and download it, and it'll be on your phone, edit it, and whatnot. Pretty easy, pretty simple. And then you can share it. That's what it's all about. Put it on social media or just share it with your buds. But as you can see, it just doesn't get in the way, and I like that. It doesn't add that much weight. I've got this lighter gun. It doesn't add that much weight, and it's just a nice unit. This is Triggercam out of South Africa. Look into them. It's the 2.1. Relive the moment, they say. And everything you need comes in here. And hopefully we'll be having some more H.A.R.T editions for all you H.A.R.T hunters out there. And we'll be carrying that hopefully soon. I think that's about all I can say about the Triggercam. I'm going to be using it more and keep testing it out. Oh, I guess there's one more thing that we should know. The low light gathering ability is not quite there yet. This is not intended for, it never was intended for H.A.R.T hunting, low light hunting. It was more for target shooting and then recording your hunt in South Africa the way they do it, which is more sunshine and not quite at the end of the day like we do it here in the States when the whitetails come out, when the bears come out, when the elk come out. So low light ability wasn't an issue for them over there. So I think they're working on that, because twice or maybe 3 times now, moose, bear, and a deer. Yep, low light situation. I didn't get the H.A.R.T shot recorded. I know I made the H.A.R.T shot, but the recording was not there because of low light gathering ability. So not a huge issue for daytime or most situations. Again, Triggercam 2.1. When compared to the rest of the cameras, I think the camera quality is probably the best. The video quality, the ability to focus and dial everything in so you get the best possible video. Rock solid, and this thing is tough. Just super tough. Well, there you go. That is my opinion on the Triggercam 2.1. You can always watch our videos on it from Africa, BigHeartAdventures.com. Go to YouTube site, Big Heart Adventures, and all those videos are there. You can see me using the Triggercam and H.A.R.T in the hunt. So until next time, I hope you H.A.R.T the hunt.